Let's talk about how to live to be over 100 years old. You can do this. Watch my video.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist. Get healthy now.
Dr. Paul Haider, Master Herbalist here. How are you guys? Just want to bring you a new episode here. I want to talk about how to live to be 100 years old or older and feeling good and feeling great and enjoying life. And that's what it's all about. If you're decrepit and not feeling good, you're all crippled up, well, what good is being alive? You know what I mean? But I think it's really important to have vitality, energy, and feeling good at the same time. And you can have that. There's a lot of blue zones around the world, what they call blue zones, because they started putting pins where people would live to be 100. And they were using blue pins, so these are blue zones. So that's how they started that. And they found a lot of very interesting things happen in those zones, like in the Greek Isles, Sardinia, Loma Linda, in Southern California, all over the place. It's just really amazing. Okinawa, on and on and on. Some people in the Himalayan area also, and many, many more. That's just a few. But one thing they do eat is lots of veggies, lots of vegetables, lots of vitamins and vegetables, lots of minerals, antioxidants and these wonderful veggies. And they're lower in calories also, so that you get a lot of good nutrition at the same time, not, burning up a lot of calories at the same time. And the less we eat, the longer we live. There's no doubt about that. So a lot of people eat smaller meals on the average. And, the child's portion, that's really important also. They also eat fruit. And you look at a lot of these people, they do eat fruit. And we have new studies showing that eating fruit, and especially berries, actually prevents Alzheimer's and dementia. And wow, that's really amazing stuff. So we really need to allow ourselves to partake of eating fruits and what they have to offer for us. And I even know people who are fruitarians and eat a lot of fruit and enjoy a long life. And one thing about it, they have great skin. So I eat a lot of fruit. I love fruit. We live in a Caribbean area, and lots of bananas. I have 6 big, huge stacks of bananas growing out there right now, one to come down at this moment. Also, eat organic, organic. All the groups of people in the blue zones grow a lot of their own food, first of all, and they, of course, eat organic. There's no doubt about it. The average potato, which is not organic, has anywhere from 30 to 32 chemicals in it. Not good. The average parsley, over 40 chemicals, and on and on. The average, commercially grown product, anywhere from fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, that type of thing. If it's not organic, anywhere from 30 to 50 chemicals. Wow. And we wonder why we're getting sick. So eat organic, connect with your local farmer. That way it doesn't cost you hardly anything. Go to your farmers markets, and it'll actually cost you less than going to the grocery store and buying regular food. Also, grow your own. There's no doubt about it. When you put the love into growing your own fruits and vegetables, it is really pays back. It comes back to you. We could live completely off our garden. There's no doubt about that. And we had to during Hurricane Maria, because there was nothing in the stores except a couple heads of cabbage there. There was no greens whatsoever. Yeah, but our garden had survived, especially the root vegetables and different things. And one particular spinach, which I love. And so it is a godsend, and I think everybody should start growing their own fruits and vegetables in a great way. Also, if you really want to enjoy life, I recommend you eat greens. In Greece, they do a lot of foraging for greens, and those people live to be very old, over 100. And they also grow a lot of their own greens. And greens are important because they're alkalizing the body, give you lots of energy. And we now know, studies show that greens actually take in light photons, and those light photons are actually given into our cells, and we stay young and we stay healthy. So we need that light energy. Eat seasonally. You know what I mean? Whatever's in season, eat it. There's a cycle to everything, and we really need to eat that in order to, really bring in the nutrients we need for that particular time of the year. So I really think it's really important to eat seasonal. Also eat locally. Stuff that comes from across the United States or across from another country, by the time it reaches us, it's lost a lot of its live enzymes. It's lost a lot of its light energy. And it's really not good. Eat as local as possible. It's really important. And plus, you help your local farmers in a great way. Eat nutritionally dense and low-calorie foods because, the more calories we have, we kind of like adding rust to the system, and it really messes everything up. So eat a lot of fruits and veggies. That's your best bet for that nutrient-dense, low-calorie way of eating. There's no doubt about that. Eat some sea vegetables. They're really good. Lots of people, like in Okinawa, they have a lot of Centenarians, and they eat a lot and lots of kombu and nori and other great, wonderful sea vegetables. All kinds of things. A lot that we don't even have here, but they thrive there in their wonderful sea. And they harvest them and make salads out of them, put them in soups and stews and casseroles and all kinds of things. Kombu is great. I love kombu, to tell you the truth. I get it actually dried, and I just munch on it in the morning. Also, sometimes I put it in beans to keep down the gas, that type of thing. Also, beans are very important if you want to live to be very old because they have a lot of prebiotics for probiotics. It's really interesting that probiotics can be classed into 3 types in the world, no matter where you live. And they seem to vary depending upon their long history of lineage of the probiotics in your families. So, very interesting. Also, keep moving. And I don't care what you do. You can ride your bike, you can swim, you can walk, you can, work out with weights, you can, all kinds of things. I just had a client of mine call me from upper Minnesota, and we're working with him to get his blood sugar down. He is a diabetic. His blood sugar was 190, and now it's 112 today. So I said, you really got to start exercising. We got to get that blood sugar down. He said, well, I'm waiting for it to get cold. Oh, I said, well, exercise is not a seasonal thing, Nope, it's not. We got to exercise every day in some way, shape, or form. Kind of build it into your life. Keep moving, whether that be, running or playing badminton with a group of people. Maybe we can play volleyball. Whatever it is, move that into your life, whether it be karate, whether it be qigong, whether it be tai chi. There's got to keep moving. Body in motion stays in motion. All physics here. We got to keep it moving. Also, like I said, find a purpose in your life. You got to have a purpose, I was thinking about one of my clients just now. It just came into my mind, and he was a very amazing karate master. But he stopped eating right. He started eating the American diet and got sick, you know what I mean? But he keeps moving all the time, and we're finally getting him on the right track. So it's a connection of all things. It's not just one thing. You can't just say, just keep moving. It's how you eat and everything else all together. So it's really important. Also, taking the time to meditate every day. As we meditate, the prefrontal cortex of our, brain actually gets thicker. And normally it gets thinner as we get older, and we end up with dementia, Alzheimer's, that type of thing, and all kinds of problems with our neurological process of our brain. But people who meditate, and I do 2 hours a day myself, really don't have that kind of problem on the average. So allow yourself to put in some meditation time. And if you want to get a hold of me, I can teach you how to do that. Also, be humble. I find a lot of people, you don't see arrogant people get to be very old. Not on the average, anyway. Most of them are very humble and very kind, giving type of people. I think that that's really important. Thinking of yourself as part of something bigger is really important also, and that you're a small part, one speck of the whole process going on in the world. And being humble is very important, living to be very old. Actually, a study was done showing that, that's what most people think if they get to be centurions. Also, be content with your life. If you're unhappy with your life all the time, that's really not good. You're not going to live to be very old. You really need to be, well, my life is what it is, and I can make some changes along the way, but I have to be happy with what I've got right now and what I have. But most of what we have is inside of us, not out there. And that's where most of these centurions have discovered. It's inside of them, not out there. Play and have fun. That's really one of the biggest things I think that a lot of people ignore. Let a study show that if you laugh, you actually have dopamine come out into your brain. You have serotonin come into your brain. And another one, anandamide, which is really important for interaction with people also, which really is a keeper of youth and vitality also. All these different things and a bunch more also help us to stay healthy and live a long life. So really enjoying other people's company is important. Have community around you. Interact with community. All the groups of people in the blue zones end up living lives where they're all interconnected. If you go to the Greek Isles, all these little islands that people live on, you'll find that they interact with everybody all day long. It's not like they're just, sitting in their house waiting for somebody to call. It doesn't work that way at all. And also they get together and have fun with people, and, they have different meetings and that type of thing. So they're always interacting. And even people come over when they're gardening and help them garden. It's an interactive culture. And I think that's really important. And a lot of people in the United States have forgotten how to do that. And they're locked themselves inside. And people in your life is really, really important. So I can't stress that enough. I highly recommend that. Also, staying busy. There's a lady in Okinawa. She's 98 years old. And she has, here's her week schedule. Karaoke on one day, they go out. She even has a big beer. I mean, a big glass. She has one day to help out a kindergarten class one day. She has choir on one day. One day she's out with friends, and one day she's helping some friends. And she has one day for gardening. And in between there, she's cleaning house and stuff also. But this lady's always busy. And I think that's really one of the important things of living life. If you just sit on the couch wondering what's going to happen, no, it's not going to happen. You got to go out and make it happen and really make a difference in your life. So you can do it. There's no doubt about it. Eat a lot of bitter and sour veggies. You know what I mean? Those are really important also. People in Okinawa eat a lot of bitter gourd, that type, bitter melon, that type of thing, and lots of bitter vegetables, also sour vegetables, also fermented vegetables. And I think that's really important also. We've forgotten how to eat fermented foods. We used to have a cycle, of my great grandfather and grandmother lived in Indiana, and in the cellar they would have a big barrel of fermented pickles, sauerkraut, apple butter, all kinds of fermented things, and they would eat that all year long, and they would have this, probiotic buildup in their body, which was really good. Having fun. If you don't have fun, nothing's going to happen. All those big chemicals coming out of your pituitary, amygdala, hypothalamus, all these other areas of your body also, and it will explode with an explosion of hormones will keep you young. And interaction with other people also. Think positive is really important. Also, think young. My really interesting thing happened with my wife's mother the other day. She's going to be 96, and she said, I am not old. I may be 90, going on 96, but I'm not old. It said, I am young. And I think that's, really what it really takes. She even said, I am not 96. I am not 96. I think you have to have that determination to say, no, I'm not 96. You know what I mean? And she is happy and she laughs a lot. And I think that has to do with a mindset thing here, that she's staying young, within herself and making herself happy all the time too. Have a spiritual life. Studies shows that those who have some kind of spiritual connection, really have the ability to stay and around this planet longer. There's no doubt about it, because I think they have interactions with their spiritual, groups and that type of thing. And I think it's really important, if you go to church, go to mosque, go to temple, whatever it is, you have some kind of connection with those people there. And it really uplifts a person from the inside out. If you have a spiritual, awakening also, that's really an amazing thing, which will also make you young too. This changes from culture to culture. Some people do things a lot differently, but, use your cultural norms to try to bring all these things into your life. Get outside of your box. If you're living like that one client of mine, I'm waiting for it to get cold to exercise. You really got to change that, because if normally people live within the confines of what they think is their norm, you know what I mean? And you got to break out of that. I am not a norm person. I live outside the box. I always hope to be that way. And I always hope to be a person of change. And people don't like change. There's no doubt about that. They would rather sometimes die than change. So, but I believe that change is inevitable, and we have to change in order to really enjoy life and expect to have fun in this life also, and make it happen. That's really important. I can't make it happen for you. You can't go out and make it happen for somebody else. You have to make it happen for yourself, and you can do it. I know you can. And if you want to get a hold of me and do a consultation, I have so many people healing from diabetes, so many people healing from MS, so many people healing from sickle cell anemia, so many people healing from lupus, so many people healing from all kinds of diseases. And you can do too. We can just make that happen. Give me a call. All my contact information is at the end of the video, or you can click on Show More. And my phone number is 831-869-9119. 831-869-9119. I asked for a $50 donation, and that gives you a full year of support that I give of my own free will to you, to help you get on this road and become extremely happy like I am, and healthy also. And so have a great day. Also, remember to get a copy of my book, Live a Cancer-Free Life. This is a quick read, but 3 out of 5 people are coming down with cancer, and it's not good. Also, we can cut down your strokes with this too. So remember to get my book. If you Google Live a Cancer-Free Life, it'll come up. And you can also download it as a Kindle now. So remember to get a copy of my book, and we can cut your chances of coming down with cancer, and we can lower your chances of having a stroke also. So have a great day. Remember God, and remember, I love you.